So, Jai Meher Baba, and welcome to our another wonderful session with Baba on our seven realities meditation and Baba's name repetition. So, would anyone like to share anything about any of the realities? I think we must make little efforts to discuss each reality and see if they kind of popped up in our life in some way, so that we'll be able to relate to each reality also more and more.
Hello, dear people. Um, First, I want to say this is the first morning in ages that I got up before my alarm, having my smoothie for breakfast beforehand, and that feels lovely to be awake and enthusiastic for this experience in my body. I decided last night, and I think I'm going to do this from now on, to go to sleep with one of the realities on my mind and to marinate myself in a reality. And what came last night was the fourth reality. The only real renunciation is that which abandons, even in the midst of worldly duties, all selfish thoughts and desires. And so I've had, I mean, like most of us humans, I had a very full few days with a lot of experiences, worldly duties, feelings, and I still keep coming to that selfish thoughts and desires are those that keep me small or make others people see me as small. And yesterday was a beautiful Friday evening in Pennsylvania, and one of my selfish desires is not wanting to be alone. Um, like that feeling of being lonely, which I think is being disconnected from my heart. And on Friday evenings, for some reason, I always would consider that like date night or fun night or whatever. I mean, I think humans do it. And I started to feel this sinking of like loneliness and sadness. And I thought, Cindy, that's selfish. That's from my smaller self. I'm connected to all of God and all of creation, and Baba is always with me. I mean, talk about the opposite of lonely when you have Baba. So, and that's what I went to sleep with. I wanted to marinate myself in that, in a different version of what selfish is. So, Jai Baba, everyone. You're muted, love.
Yeah, sorry, I had a vendor come down to the security. We are getting into a night curfew lockdown again from tomorrow onwards because the cases have been rising. So the building is more stricter and people have to deliver things right at the outside of the gate. Yellow. So sorry. But that was really, really beautiful, Cindy, because true so that when Baba is there, uh, there is actually no question of being alone. And more so ever, I think the distinguishing factor of being lonely is different from being alone. And actually the alone time with Baba is really beautiful, where you can pour your heart out, you can chit chat, you can shout, scream, many do, of Baba, what the hell is going on, and each one to their own with their relationship with Baba. But I feel that that alone time with Baba, when I'm blabbering away as well in the night, and when I'm just talking away as if he's sitting right there on the bed opposite me, and it just feels, and so many times it is, you look this way to the photo or anything. There is, I felt across time that there is no need for me to look at a photograph, like, to find his photograph, though it is everywhere. But otherwise, it used to earlier still go off, I will try to look at his photograph and then, Baba, what's this? But now it just seems like, I could be rattling with nothing in front of me, and actually he's there. And that is so powerful, that has been so beautiful, that as I was telling somebody else the other day, I call him the eternal eavesdropper as well. He just eavesdrop on every thought even before it can emerge and grow within us. And yes, that's beautiful. And I think every day, it's a good practice if you can create this alone time, even if it is 5-10 minutes in the morning and 5-10 minutes in the night, to just, like, morning, chatter away with him of what you plan to do. Please help me, this difficult meeting is there today, and please help that, whatever it is, you convince the person, if it is for my good, you make this happen or that happen. Or today, I had some back to back meetings, and I just reached 15 minutes before our session, 20 minutes before our session about. And I just kept on praying. I said, Baba, make sure, because when this person comes for the meeting, it usually takes long and you get lost with the time of discussing things. I said, Baba, please, time, please be with me and be by my side and make sure that we finish on time. I get the rickshaw on time to get back to my house. And just welcoming him in everything. And I found that very, very helpful, of asking him to put his hands into every nick and pick and little things of life. And then in the night, just tell him, okay, oh, what really put me off, what really didn't happen well, and why this had to happen, or why that had to happen, or anything it could be. And just let off the steam, kind of a thing. Night chatter. And that alone time is really, really powerful with Baba, I've experienced. So maybe you all could just, whoever has not done it, may try it and make it progressive, make it every day, make it diligent. It's like how when you are in love, and not a single day you want to miss to talk on the phone. And I feel that love, and if we kind of spring that love with Baba, that not a single day I want to leave without, like, my day is not complete if I don't tell Baba. And that's a beautiful feeling. Yes, Jeff, would you like to share something?
I just nodded my head, saying yes. I appreciate
Okay.
everything you're saying. Nothing to add on. That's perfect. I just wanted to, non-verbally say, as we say back in the States, right on, Rashani.
In silence. Yes, and just, it is like every single day, Baba doesn't fail to amaze. The way he does the tiniest of the things. And actually, it's not the big things, it's the small things that make a difference. It is the small things that, create the big things of our life. And in one of the conversations with the Awakener in Balnatu's book as well, where he says, why do I need to call you for these small things? Like, I don't want to call you of all the people, and I can handle it. So he says, and then you give that, little mischievous chuckle and tell me that when you call me to do the smallest of the things, you will see my hand in biggest of the things of your life. Because it is in the small things that lies our ego. I can do it like this, I can do it like that. Oh, that's not a big deal for me. I will just do it. So the ego pacifies itself of all the doership in so many different small things in our life. And so, if Baba participates in those small things, then he obviously is taking care of our ego by doing it himself. And thereby, I felt that Baba's hand is there in the bigger things in life, because I've allowed him to step in right from the smallest things in my life. And that made me realize, truly enough, that nothing is small or big in the eyes of God. The saint and the sinner and everyone and everything is equal to Him. The difference is only in our illusion, the difference is only in our ego mind. And when it kind of merges with Baba, it all dissolves. And then everything becomes one and the same. Just the way sometimes when somebody says something that might be a very small thing for my life, oh, okay, she's feeling this in such a small thing, somebody might feel. But that thing might be really big for that person. And so many times we have seen, right? A problem may be where you may feel that, oh, this is small and I think you're overreacting. So many times we say that because we feel that maybe this is too small. But the aspect may be really huge for that person. And I feel Baba stepping in matters so much more. Lovely. Anybody? We have Anmol. Jai Baba Anmol, who has joined us. And I think homies got disconnected. Okay. So, is there anything that anybody would like to share?
Personally,
Otherwise, yes.
I am working on the control, which is that control of night eating, which last time also I discussed. But a few days I feel I have done it very nicely. And since so many sessions I've attended, I feel like, everything is very nice. But sometimes I feel that nothing has happened. I'm on the same square one. So that I have to really, I'm really struggling on this. So can you just help me out with it?
What I feel is many a times what happens that all the noise around us of naysaying or things that are going on make us feel that we are at square one, we are back there, back to the pavilion, as we say, and I've not really progressed. But when these thoughts come, if you can give even 1% of encouragement to yourself for what journey you've already taken, it will help you a lot to stop this naysaying in your head, because everything actually germinates from the thought, from our thinking. And as Baba says that if you do, you can't remember nothing, just keep saying Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba, and push the thought away. If there is food that you are craving, just look at it and Jai Baba. I did that to cut away. I still eat little, but I did that to cut away a lot of snack binging that used to happen energetically for me due to a certain reason. And I could just like imagine the snack and Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba, out, Jai Baba. I don't need the snack. It has come to 5%. And now I know that this much is somewhere just energetically needed to just be back in my earthly scope of things, of just there, okay. And not to completely, So it's not that I want to eat this right now. So I think that lot of times we keep badgering ourselves because we create expectations. I have to do this by this, and that's why our resolutions also don't last. Now I will hit the gym, and now I will do this, and now I will do that. We don't enjoy the journey. We all want to make destinations. I will be happy when I've lost 20 kgs. Then when you've lost 20 kgs, now there's nothing more to be happy about. So now you have to decide something else to be happy about. So we keep capping our journey. We keep capping our happiness. I will be happy when that big job comes. I will be happy. Now the job has come, and then we say, what next? Some people call it the midlife crisis, when you said, I will be happy when this happens and that happens. And then you say, okay, now everything is there. Now what next? I'm still not happy because we've been trying to find happiness in the wrong place. So, the same way, when we keep running behind destinations, I have to finish this and I have to do this and I have to stop eating this, you will keep badgering yourself more. I feel just give it to Baba and say, Baba, please help me. And just nothing you remember, just jap his name. As Baba said, his name is like the mosquito net. Thoughts will then keep buzzing, but those mosquitoes will be outside of the net. So, people say meditation is to blank the mind. No, no, nobody can blank the mind. At least I don't think anybody can blank the mind. But what meditation can do is help you silence the noise which creates the thoughts. So it's actually not attacking the thought, which is the symptom. It is actually taking and care and addressing deeper aspects of us which need to surface. And when those surface, the noise decibels go down and the thoughts start slowing down. And they go slow till the level that they have gone here and you are here. So if you are on top of the Eiffel Tower and you look down, you possibly may not see any vehicle. You may not see anything on the road. But that does not mean that there are no vehicles on the road or there is no road. The closer you go to it, the vehicle becomes larger and then becomes life size. So the closer we are to the problem, it will be the tiger in the face. The more we start moving away with Baba's name strength, Baba's love, and practicing things diligently without badgering ourselves of the destination and enjoying the journey to do so, then slowly you will start receding till this becomes minuscule or of no purpose at all. Just as we say, darkness is not emitting from light, darkness is moving away from the light. So, the same way, we have to move away from the problem so that the noise of the problem dissipates with Baba's love, and slowly we are on the other side of the room where there is his silence, where there is his love, and it exists no more. To us, it may exist in that corner still, you never know. The moment you slip and the moment we kind of, fall out on something and we are going closer to the problem in the room, then we are closer to it and we'll see it once again. So at least I have felt that rather than constantly judging myself through the journey, I have left it to Baba. A whole lot of times when I felt that I'm trying to do this in so long, but Baba, it's still not happening. And then I know that I'm trying to do it, and that's when I tell him, now you do it, because I don't think I can do it anymore. So I hope this helps. And now we'll begin with our chanting. We'll repeat Baba's name 21 times. And after that, we will straight go into the 7 realities breathing meditation today. So keep your water next to you, put on your earphones, and create your lovely conducive setup to be with Baba. Try to just relax your body entirely with a few deep breaths. Do not worry about thoughts. Do not worry about anything. And just take your mind's eye or focus or intention center of your chest area to the heart chakra. And try and feel, see, or imagine any image, picture of Baba right there. It could be any one of your favorite images of Baba. Or any image. Allow that image to magnify and become clearer and clearer as you keep breathing, trying to focus on it. Feel Baba's love, his nazar. And as you connect with that image, you will now repeat Baba's name 21 times. We will do the Nam Jap together. Meher Baba, 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 Meher Baba. Take 3 breaths in your inner silence as we do the 7 realities meditation.
Namaste. Jai Baba everyone. This is Roshni Shanaz.
Welcome to the daily breathing meditation based on the 7 realities by Avatar Meher Baba. In our fast paced lives, this meditation will help us in a short span of time to infuse the power of God's love, helping us to live the 7 realities in everyday life. You shall now sit in a relaxed position. Be comfortable. You may sit cross-legged. Put your feet on the ground, sitting on a chair, or lie down. And as you sit in this comfortable position, bring your hands into the Chin Mudra or the Gyan Mudra. Touching the pad of your thumb to the tip of your index finger. Keep both the hands rested on your knees over the lap. Or a little away from the knees on your thighs. Whichever is comfortable for you. We will first begin with relaxing right from the head to your toes. Loosen up your head, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your back, your chest, your stomach, your legs, feet, and your toes, and every part, cell of your mind, body, and spirit. Be completely relaxed in God's love. We will now take 7 deep breaths with the word Baba. With every inhale, you will say in your mind Ba, and with every exhale, you will say Ba. Take a deep breath, inhale Ba, exhale Ba. Inhale, Ba. Exhale, 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 Ba. Inhale, Ba.
Exhale, Ba. And as you take these deep exhales, we will now move on to imprinting each of the realities in each of the energy centers, our chakras. You will take your mind's eye and focus first to the bottom of your spinal area, to the root chakra, and imagine a red ball of light. And as you imagine this, repeat after me. I imprint real existence in the root chakra. Take a deep breath as we move on to the next chakra. You will now imagine an orange ball of light 3 fingers below your navel area, which is your sacral chakra. And repeat after me. I imprint real love in the sacral chakra. Take a deep cleansing breath. Every breath you take, keep inhaling and exhaling with the word Ba, Ba. We now move on to the third reality. Take your mind's eye or focus to the center of your upper abdominal area, just below the rib cage, and imagine a golden yellow ball of light. And repeat after me. I imprint real sacrifice in the solar plexus chakra. Take a deep cleansing breath. As we move on to the fourth reality, imagine and take your mind's eye to the center of your chest area and see an emerald green ball of light rotating there. Repeat after me. I imprint real renunciation in the heart chakra. Take a deep cleansing breath. As we move to the fifth reality, take your mind's eye and intention to the center of your lower throat area and imagine a light blue ball of light rotating there. Repeat after me. I imprint real knowledge in the throat chakra. Take a deep breath as we move to the sixth reality. Shift your mind's eye to the center of your forehead area above the eyebrows and imagine an indigo blue ball of light, which is the third eye chakra. Repeat after me. I imprint real control in the third eye chakra. And as you do that, take another deep breath with bow, bow, as we move to the seventh reality. Take your mind's eye and intention to the center of the top area in your head. And imagine a royal purple ball of light rotating there, which is your crown chakra. And repeat after me. I imprint real surrender in the crown chakra. And as you take a deep breath with this seventh reality, bring your mind's eye or focus back to the root chakra and imagine the red ball of light. We shall now progressively move upwards with each chakra and inhale and exhale Baba's name into it to seal the imprints of all the seven realities into your being. Imagine the root chakra. Inhale Ba. Exhale Ba. Imagine the sacral chakra. Inhale Ba. Exhale Ba. Move to the solar plexus chakra. Inhale Ba. Exhale Ba. Move to the heart chakra. Inhale Ba. Exhale Ba. Move to the throat chakra. Inhale Ba. Exhale Ba. Move to the third eye chakra. Inhale Ba. Exhale Ba. Move to the crown chakra. Inhale Ba. Exhale Ba. And as you complete the inhale and exhale with each chakra and each reality, imagine all the chakras and the seven realities aligned in one single line along your spinal area, from the root to the crown chakra, from the red, orange, golden yellow, emerald green, light blue, indigo blue, to the royal purple, all aligned on top of each other, vibrating at their highest intensity and vibrations. And as all of them get aligned, all the beautiful 7 colors of the energy centers converge to become a white beam of shining light, vibrating and throbbing through your spinal area. As you seal into your entire consciousness and every layer of this consciousness and your being with the 7 realities. Feel yourself now filled with this shimmering white light in your entire body. May every nook and corner of your mind, body and spirit be infused with Baba's love, with God's will, mercy, compassion and forgiveness. May all that is of the least intensity of God be released and transmuted into His love and light forever and ever. And as this complete sealing of all the 7 realities takes place through your being, you shall now radiate this love, this compassion, this wisdom of all the 7 realities into your daily life, to put them into practice, into your living space. May Baba's love assist you through this path to love and live God in everyday life, to live His words and make these words the precept of our lives, to be a shining example of God's love in all that you think, speak and do. In His love and light, love and light, love and light, we thank Baba and all His divine forces of love for facilitating this process. I thank your soul for participating. You shall slowly, at the count of 10, do as instructed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring your palms next to each other and rub them to create significant warmth between them. And put them onto your eyes and feel that warmth permeating you entirely. Slowly move your palms away and slightly shake them on the sides to release any residual energies of any toxins and anything that is unserving and the least intensity of God. May it all be released into His love and light forever and ever. And on one, you shall slowly open your eyes. This is Roshni Shanaz in Baba's love and light. Jai Baba to all of you. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai.
You may take your few moments of silence within. Today we are reading page 22, volume 1, Discourses. Sorry, page 23, apologies. There is nothing irrational in true mysticism when it is as it should be, a vision of reality. It is a form of perception which is absolutely unclouded and so practical that it can be lived every moment of life and expressed in everyday duties. Its connection with experience is so deep that, in one sense, it is the final understanding of all experience. When spiritual experience is described as mystical, one should not assume that it is something supernatural or entirely beyond the grasp of human consciousness. All that is meant is that it is not accessible to limited human intellect until it transcends its limits and is illumined by direct realization of the infinite. Christ pointed out the way to spiritual experience when he said, "Leave all and follow me." This means that man must leave limitations and establish himself in the infinite life of God. Real spiritual experience involves not only realization of the soul on higher planes, but also a right attitude towards worldly duties. If it loses its connection with the different phases of life, what we have is a neurotic reaction that is far from being a spiritual experience. The spiritual experience that is to enliven and energize the new humanity cannot be a reaction to the stern and uncompromising demands made by the realities of life. Those without the capacity for adjustment to the flow of life have a tendency to recoil from the realities of life and to seek shelter and protection in a self centered fortress of illusions. Such reaction is an attempt to perpetuate one's separate existence by protecting it from the demands made by life. It can only give a pseudo solution to the problems of life by providing a false sense of security and self completeness. It is not even an advance towards the real and lasting solution. On the contrary, it is a sidetracking from the true path. Man will be dislodged again and again from his illusory shelters by fresh and irresistible waves of life, and will invite upon himself fresh forms of suffering by seeking to protect his separative existence through escape. Jai Meher Baba. You can keep in mind anything that has struck you, that has stayed in your heart and mind from what we read, so that we can discuss it. Now we are reading page 5 of Meditation for New Humanity. In order to facilitate the bringing of the features of any perfect master to one's mind's eye, his portrait must be gazed at deeply before closing the eyes in meditation. It must be noted that sitting in solitude is essential in every kind of meditation. There are a few more points that are equally important and that must be observed in meditation. We shall call the following four conditions the general rules for meditation. A. Wherever and whenever possible, one should select a quiet and solitary spot on or around a hill or mountain or by the banks of a river for sitting in meditation. Failing this, one should retire into a room and keep the door closed during meditation. B. It is unnecessary to lay down hard and fast rules regarding the posture. Any sitting posture which one finds most convenient should be adopted. But once it is adopted, one must stick to it and sit in the same way every day. Where there is need of mental retiration of a name of God, one must select any one name and adhere to it daily. Therefore, the most comfortable sitting, not reclining position, and the most appealing name should be carefully selected once and for all. C. There is no length of time that can be called too long for any of the meditations, and every hour of the night and the day is suitable for any meditation. But the best period for meditation is the early hours of the morning, 4 to 7 in the morning. D. It is preferable, though not quite necessary, to take a bath before sitting in meditation. Jai Meher Baba. So we'll just recap these four in simple ways for you to put in. That the need to retire in a quiet and solitary space is so that we can cut the noise, we can cut the external thoughts as much as possible. We obviously can't go up in the mountains or at the river banks. So the practical God Master Avatar Meher Baba knows it all. So he has said we can move away into the solitude of a quiet room and sit there and keep the door closed. Many of our group students, so many times we discuss and share, and they'll say just when they're sitting for meditation, people will knock the door, the child will need something, the husband will call, the mother-in-law will want water, and every possible thing that was not there 5 minutes before is there when they are sitting for meditation. And so does it happen when we sit for meditation. Those very barging thoughts that were not there 5 minutes ago, all 10,000 of them will barge right through the moment we try to close the eyes and sit like this. The EMIs and the banks, and she did this, and he said this, and the neighbor did that, and now this is going to happen, and I have to do this. After 1 hour, this has to happen. Every possible thing that was not there those few minutes back will all come like accelerated format in our brains right at that moment. And that is what the ego mind does. It constantly tries to detour us and show its power in some way or the other. But keeping that space with Baba's love and Baba's name net around us is a good thing to have. Then B, that though there is no hard and fast rules about any posture, many people give up meditating or doing it because of all the things that they hear on the internet about. You have to sit like this and exactly like this, and it has to be 90 degrees and all. Now, if you are uncomfortable in 90 degrees, then your thought is all going to be on that uncomfortable posture and not on God or meditation. So there is no hard and fast rule, but as Baba has said, stick to a comfortable posture and then stay within that and try to be undisturbed within that posture. Think of the name. So there are many people who would still, be very connected to the form of Krishna or Ram or Jesus or Buddha. So whatever it may be, and if you have got that close and it's Baba now, as I said last time, the latest software available to us as the avatar of the age, so we can stick to that one name and then focus on that one name and the repetition of that one name. Therefore, the most comfortable sitting, in bracket not reclining, position and the most appealing name should be carefully selected once and for all. Baba is so sweet. He looks after every minute details. There is no long time, oh my God, this is too long for a meditation or anything. And in fact, the more we get deeper and deeper into the practice of meditation, of being with God in that space, then we'll not want to come out of it easily. And so many times, even if we are doing this little half an hour practice or 40-minute practice, I don't know if any of you experience, it's difficult to come out at the 10, 9, 8, 7. It's not so easy to kind of come out of it. And that's the beauty of staying in with Baba. It is preferable, though not quite necessary, to take a bath before sitting in meditation. And yes, any period, any hour of the night and day is suitable for any meditation. But though best period for the meditation is early hours between 4 to 7. So in Hinduism and many, like even in the Parsis and a lot of, you will see religious texts talk about this period of 4 to 7, 3 to 7, and different, but within the same scope of time. And say, for example, in Hinduism, it's called the Brahma Muhurat, as in the highest peak time for the soul to connect to God, for example. So Baba has said 4 to 7 is the most ideal, best period for meditation, though any. So it says, like, how when we say for good, there is no good time for good things. You can do it anytime. There is no good time for being kind. There is no good time for showing compassion. There is no good time to do charity, to volunteer. So the same way I feel about when I read this line, that every hour of the night and day is suitable for any meditation. So do not restrict yourselves, and just you can go within, and Baba's Naam Jap is one of the biggest meditations that he has gifted us. So let's see and open up the floor for discussing our 7 realities, any one of the realities, and anything that we read right now. Anybody would like to share anything that they are already doing, they already know, and they have been practicing, or share any insights on what we read? The discourses part was also very interesting today, the page that we read, of how we mistake mysticism with spiritual experience, and how, though they both are, valid in their own sense, and there should not be any separation. within the two, and each has its own stand. So, very beautifully, this part says that there is nothing irrational in true mysticism when it is, as it should be, a vision of reality. Yes, let's hear from someone now. Who would like to begin? Hi, Seppi. Jai Baba. Hi, Richard. Jai Baba. I would encourage we talk, we chat. It could be any other quote of Baba that relates or connects to something, and anything to do where we can, kind of culminate it into the conversation. Yes, Cindy.
I'll start, but I'll also encourage my comrades on here to talk as well. I hold back because I always talk because it's kind of my superpower, and the thing that cripples me is talking too much. So, I don't want to like displace anyone else from talking. It's like, oh, Cindy will talk first or whatever it is. I appreciate hearing from other people too. And I will talk because I'm okay with talking. Well, it was a lot today. I mean, it's just a lot. And so, what I come to know is when my mind tries to grasp onto the details of all these things, it distracts me from the ultimate prize of all of this is just the freedom of loving God because it's my nature to do so. I will share that I had a lot of vibrations in my lower belly and my pelvic floor as the realities were coming up and up. I mean, physical vibrations, very pleasurable physical vibrations moving up my body. And both of the readings that you read, I could hear Baba saying to my mind that likes to grasp on and superanalyze everything, remember the goal of all of this is the simple, pure, free loving of me. And I got delighted with that. I just got tickled with it. I remember, I don't know where I heard this, but like in Buddhism, like nirvana, it misses the ultimate in meditation. To get to a completely quiet state of meditation is lovely, but meditation is all designed so we can just love God. So I'm watching now how my tricky mind that has read a lot of this, has understand a lot of it, will take me off the prize, the treasure at the end of that rainbow, traveling that rainbow, which you can love God. I love that too. Like the whole path is a love to God, all of it. It's not the destination. Um, it's all of it included. So like right now, what I've also noticed this morning for the first time is that on this Zoom call with Roshni and everyone here, I tend to see more the many in the one than the one in the many. So I've been conscious of, oh look, there is and Jeff Baba shining at me, and Benakshi and Senaver and Homi and Seppi and Roshni, and Gita when she was on the line. Like it's just like, oh, that's just Baba, Baba. Let me hear Baba's words through everybody. So that's my share for today. Thank you so much.
That was beautiful, Seppi. Thank you so much. I would like to share the first reality from what Seppi said on the last part of Baba shining through. One second.
Cindy and I are obviously one now.
The only real existence is that of the one and only God, who is the self in every finite self. So thank you, Cindy. That was so beautiful and so apt to the first reality. Yes. So, who's next? Yes, Jeff. Jeff, you need to unmute.
It was very beautiful, Cindy. It reminded me of so many different wonderful thoughts. And I had this recollection, I don't know how Baba says it, but with this journey, there is no final destination. I just got that kind of awareness. There is no final destination because there are thousands of galaxies in the world. It's impossible for the mind to grasp. It's such an infinite, it takes the mind in it. How can the mind grasp infinity? And even this whole walking the path and the goal-oriented way that a lot of us have been brought up, whether it's degrees or just so many different things that we try to achieve. In this, I think it's very important for me, I think maybe you too, not to be attached to wanting anything about the journey, just as it's been said by Roshani and each person here in different ways, just to be loving Baba, just to continue to feel Baba's love for myself, yourself, and not have any incredible, great goals, because the goals are given to us by Baba anyway for us to do this or do that for that person or for our family. Or, of course, we all have desires. It's just the way we're brought up. As the Bhagavad Gita says, become desireless and just love God. So I feel it's very, very difficult to really talk because these words that we read through your words, Shani, or everybody's thoughts, you know, I'm so used to in my life, if I'm fortunate to hear somebody like one of the Mandali have an opportunity to speak, or a Darwin Shaw. And, you know, we have some evolution of insight, of depth of heart, of loving Baba, but I'm hesitating to say, you know, and we have some things to say. I mean this really, I wish I could really say what I could say if I was able to say what a Mandali would say or a Darwin Shaw would say, because I don't want to speak unless there's something really, really profound to contribute. That doesn't take away from my trying to say a thing or two from time to time or anybody else. Not that my standard should be anybody else's, but I can hear a voice saying your standard shouldn't even be your standard. You just, you know, say something that may be encouraging or insightful. But just hearing you read those words of Baba in this beautiful, beautiful book, Meditation for a New Humanity, it is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful words of Baba's guidance for meditation. And I do find looking at Baba's picture before meditating a little bit is extremely, extremely helpful. It sort of soaks the whole psyche. I guess the other thing I might mention, which I believe S10 used to say from Iran, I never met him, but I've seen him on the video. He said, as you're sitting in meditation, see Baba right in front of you, looking at you, so that, and he is there. It takes the whole experience, and hesitate to use the word, it brings it to life. We all bring it to life, but to actually be with beloved Baba right in front of us as we are closed eyes, or even if our eyes are open, but I think most of us close our eyes, and just to let Baba be there looking at us with his gaze. Just so I really appreciate what you read and what Cindy said. I always appreciate what each person says. Really, very much. I'm not going to name you all because have to be careful of the ego, edging God out each ego. Anyway, very special time. Jai Baba.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. Always reinstating with your own beautiful insights of what we have just read with Baba's words, and kind of reinforcing it. It is like gulping it down. It is like taking into the system, and that is what each sharing does. And so thankful for all of you to share and be out there. And I feel as Jeff puts it in that lighter note, that there has to be no standard, and his standard can be different from another's standard. But I feel the heartful insight itself from each one is profound, and I'm sure that nothing shared can ever be silly or not connected or unconnected to what we are talking or trying to do. And there is one beautiful statement of money, which is there in one of my favorite Baba songs, where we have not come here for liberation or self God realization. We have come here to love Baba. And in the same song, there's this other beautiful line where Eraj says, everybody asks me, what have you gained by being with Baba? And Baba says, that's a wrong question. They should ask you, what have you lost being with Baba? So I guess this beautiful journey that we are taking together is what we can leave in Baba's hands more than the question. The moment we are leaving, I personally, for me, it is the more I'm leaving things is more I'm gaining his love. and and that's the kind of replenishment that goes on, because when I'm full of things, then I'm not able to get his love. I personally keep always feeling that and thinking that when I'm doing anything, and that helps me a lot. That okay, what can I give off to Baba today? What can I drop off? What can I shed? What can I release? And whatever that it may be, however minuscule it is, I know maybe 10 times more of love he has put in when he's taken that stupid thing away which was not needed in my life. So thank you, Jeff, for all your beautiful insights always. Thank you so much. Seppi, would you like to share something? Yes, Jeff, sorry, please.
You reminded me when you said, Roshani, when you said, what Baba says, what have you lost? To me, that means what attachments have gotten softer? What attachments are you aware of? The selfishness, the greed, all of the different attachments that I think we're all beginning to look at and say, well, at least I'm aware I have this attachment. And there are so many pulls of those attachments that to be aware of them is very important. What have you lost? One of the most important questions I think could ever be asked. What have you lost? So when you realize how wonderful it is to lose an attachment, to lose a craving, to lose an obsessive compulsive desire, how wonderful it is to let go. What have you lost? What have you let go of? Have you let go of being so reactive? Have you let go of those habitual ways that you know you want to let go of? And after maybe a while or a long while, you notice, oh, wow, I am, well, Baba's Baba's letting me let go. Because who can do any of this? Who
Besides
can,
him.
so we do our best to let Baba's love do it. We make effort. It's a special kind of marriage that most souls don't have. It's a wonderful, unexpected spiritual marriage. Very few people have this. Anyway, Seppi, please.
I think Sanaba was waiting to share something. I think she put her hand up.
I just had one thing to share, which someone sent me today, which I struggle with all the time. It's a quote by Rumi. It says, "Try something different. Surrender." That's all. That's all it says. Try something different. Full stop. Surrender. And
How beautiful.
it's a struggle for me all the time. And I'm really, really grateful to you, Roshni, for this. And thank you for helping me to resolve my connection issues with the call earlier. And also thank you to Cindy and Jeff and Seppi and all of you, because every week I get this medicine here that I need to make it through the week. How much of it I implement, I can't honestly say that I, use all of it, although I should, but at least it gets me started. So I thank you so much. Thank you, Jai Baba.
Thank you, Baba, for making it happen. And still see Baba within you and appreciate that little effort that you make rather than, any kind of condescending feeling of I'm not able to. So if you've implemented 20%, appreciate and just in his love ask his help to help you make it 25% next time, rather than focusing on the 80% which you didn't implement. And he's the all forgiving, all compassionate, all merciful. It is we who beat up our heads, actually, I feel, most of the times. And if he's in everyone, he's in me as well, right? So he's in you. And so when we are negating ourselves, when we are constantly beating our heads up, we are beating him up. So if we believe that as well, then I have felt that his help enhances, you know and like I put this homework, Baba, please help yourself to hold on to your own daman through me. And I say that every night, because I in my physical ability may not be able to do that, but I know that he is in me. So if that part of him can make sure that he holds on to his own daman through me, it lessens my physical mind's work trying to do that. And then it takes its own course of Baba, hold on tight, hold on tight. And as in one of the videos of Charles Haynes I'd seen, I think it was the 3 Incredible Weeks, or I don't remember which, where he had said, don't hold on with one hand, but hold on tightly with both the hands. And Baba did the gesture. So I keep remembering that part of his video, that it's not just one hand, like, Baba is holding his own daman through me with both the hands. And yes, that gives me, oh, he's holding on, he's there, he's doing his job through me. And yes, it just helps to do our little efforts, as Jeff also said. There are human actions of our little efforts, what we have to do. And without the attachment to the result, keep doing it and keep at it, and just be focused through the journey, that ultimately it's all about loving him more and more each day. Whichever path we take, whether we eat proteins, whether we eat this, whether we eat that, the ultimate thing is to nourish ourselves and keep our body healthy. So I feel the same way, whichever path, whatever we do, but ultimately at the back of our mind, we should know that it is to love Baba more and more each day. And if that remains the focus, then everything, all the jigsaw puzzle falls into place, I feel, at least. Yes, Seppi, you want to share something?
I hadn't got my hand up. I think when I go to touch, it looks like I'm putting
Okay.
my hand. So I'll always put it up digitally if I want to, but I'd love to hear from somebody else. I've always got something to share, but we're nearly at the end, aren't we?
Yeah, we are towards the end. So quickly, if you would want to share.
Oh,
And
I really missed the meditation. That was the hardest because I was working. We've got 1 hour still to catch up with
okay.
this week, and I finished work at 12 our time. So that felt like, oh, so I just had to connect with you all, even though I wasn't able to do the meditation. So that was really good. Thank you for everybody.
So sweet. Thank you so much. Thanks, Ati. Richard, would you like to share anything? We would like our silent ones to speak as well. Okay. No worries. All right. So let's, before finishing, we have a few minutes. So let's close it with a Baba chant and just get reignited with his love once again. Okay. So we'll do the Ong Namo chant. Ong Namo Meher Baba Namo. We'll chant it 7 times. Ong Namo Meher Baba Namo. 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 अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. Thank you, everyone. And now we will move in for a few moments of silence, followed by our Aarti and East West Satsang. Thank you so much, and see you all next Saturday again at 5 p.m. IST, 9:30 a.m. EST for our 7 Realities meditation. Thank you for all your sharing and insights. Thank you, Baba.